Case background. Facts. Pedro Ramirez was convicted for the crime of espionage penalized under the revised penal code. Due to his political connections, he is able to have access to the office of the president and was able to apply for an executive clemency of conditional pardon without acquiring first a favorable recommendation from the Secretary of the Department of National Defense. Upon learning the same, the DND Secretary immediately informed the President that he is opposed to the granting of conditional pardon to Pedro Ramirez, considering that he is affiliated with the opposition party.
First question, explain the nature and the significance of the favorable recommendation of DND Secretary to the cases of crime classified as crimes against national security for the purposes of President exercise of pardoning power under the Constitution.
The Department of National Defense, or DND, is mandated to safeguard the country against external and internal threats to national peace and security, promote the welfare of soldiers and veterans, and provide support for economic and social development. Section 19, Article 7 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, the President has the plenary power to grant executive clemency except on the following three constitutional limitations to wit: 1. In case of impeachment; 2. In case involving of election laws, rules and regulation as provided for in Section 5, Paragraph C, Article 9 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution without the favorable recommendation of the Commission of the Elections; and 3. In cases where the conviction is on appeal or has not become final executor.
Applications for executive clemency shall be referred by the Board to the Secretary of National Defense for comment and recommendation if the crime committed by the petitioner is against national security or public order or law of nations. In case of violations of elections law, rules and regulations, petitions for executive clemency, parole, shall be referred to the Commissions on Elections for favorable recommendation, provided, however, that regardless of the crime committed, applications for executive clemency or parole may be referred for a pre-parole executive clemency investigations to probation and parole officers who shall submit a report on the behavior, character, antecedents, mental and physical conditions of the petitioner within 30 days from receipt of referral, to include the result of the National Bureau of Investigation's records check.
Question number 2. Can the President grant conditional pardon to the Pedro Ramirez even the absence of favorable recommendation from the DND Secretary? Provide legal basis to your answer.
No, because according to revised rules and regulation of the Board of Pardon and Parole, pursuant the provision of Section 4 of Republic Act Number 4103. Indeterminate Sentence Law Section 9 of RFLR of petition for executive clemency, parole to other government agency, a petition for executive clemency shall be referred by the Board Secretary of National Defense. For comment and recommendation if the crime committed by the petitioner is against national security or public order or law of nations.
According to that, they should acquire the favorable recommendation of the DND Secretary for Pedro Ramirez committed espionage, which is against national security, because the crime committed against national security should be referred by the board to the Secretary of National Defense.
Question number 3. What if Pedro Ramirez is convicted not of a crime of espionage but a crime of election sabotage penalized under the Omnibus Election Code of the Philippines, and the Commission of Election likewise not favorable recommends the granting of conditional pardon? Will your answer to issue number 2 be different? Justify your answer.
No, because according to Section 9 of RA 4103, in case of violation of election laws, rules and regulation, a petition for executive clemency or parole shall be referred to the Commission of to the Commission on Elections for favorable recommendation provided. However, that regardless of the crime committed, the petition for executive clemency or parole may be referred for a preferral or executive clemency investigation to a probation and parole officer, who shall submit a report on the behavior, character, antecedents, mental and physical condition of the petitioner within 30 days from receipt of referral to include the results of the National Bureau of Investigator Records Check.